Tell me about you snakes, keep my you know you can't never be too safe. Are you with that? I won't get back, I'm gon' hop out. Yeah. Are you with that? I want big racks, I'm gon' flock, I'm gon' stack. Are you with that? Won't forget that I saw in my past. Are you with that? Like I'm with that. Yeah.
I be gone.
Yeah.
They gon' wanna know how they come.
Yeah.
Get back, up first, better not miss that. Tell me if you with that.
Look, once upon a time, and I heard that I was ugly. Came from a chick who wanna in my face bump. Rack stuck up shack height, jury on me flashlight. I've been listening since last night. With that good, make you wanna act right. Broke boys on the.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land?
The NBA on 2K Sports. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me at the table, Greg Anthony and Richard. Hey, Dave.
Well, thank you, Kevin.
It has been unstoppable. David, thank you. So with Griffin sitting on the bench, here's the group that Monty Williams has on the floor. They've got Robertson, Joel Embiid out there with Kobe. Then it's Kareem, and it's Curry in at the 2 spot. And for San Antonio, Klay Thompson is out there with Magic Johnson. Then it's Anthony. And it's Garnett, and it's Duncan in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the teams that are struggling to meet expectations, Richard, what kind of advice would you give them at this point of the season?
Well, Kev, it all depends on why they're struggling. If they're trying to integrate new pieces, you got to stay patient. If it's chemistry issues, though, that can get a bit more complicated.
How would you handle chemistry issues when you play?
Well, some things are just unavoidable. Some teams have great chemistry, and some teams, not so much.
Embiid kicks to Robertson. Embiid the screen. Clock at 6. The offensive rebound. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Goes up again. He takes it up and lays it in.
And just look at the grace, the agility, versatility that Jabbar brings to the center position. Can beat you in so many ways.
Thompson sets the pick for Johnson. Over Robertson. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Suns have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Outside Bryant. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. We've seen the Suns get back to being one of the league's elite passing teams, RJ.
That was the trademark of the Steve Nash era, and they've returned to a brand of team-first basketball. It's allowed them to join the ranks of some of the top teams in this league. No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
And that's rejected by Abdul-Jabbar. Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. And the foul on Magic Johnson. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Robertson outside. Driving inside. Makes it off the glass.
And inefficient defense there, guys. If there's one thing you want to try and take away from Robertson, it's the dribble drive.
Johnson dishes to Anthony. Thompson with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1.
Slow start, 1 of 4 to begin this game.
Curry passes to Robertson. Outside, Kobe. Out to the wing. Here's Embiid, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And I feel like one of the more underrated aspects of Embiid's game is his passing.
He understands that teams are going to bring 2, sometimes 3. You have to make quick decisions with the ball when that happens. Embiid, he embraces that challenge.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
Here's Johnson, and the layup's good off the glass.
And when you have this kind of size as a point guard, what a tremendous advantage. Magic can really match up with all 5 positions.
Thompson against Embiid. Banked in off the glass.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Blocking back to call down. Stephen Curry. First personal foul. First team foul.
Garnett finds Johnson. Duncan outside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to go on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
A tremendous score with the ball in his hands. Duncan just too much for the D to handle.
So for the Suns, Griffin comes in for Embiid. Hardaway is subbed in for Robertson. Outside, Kobe launches it. It's hauled in by Duncan. Spurs trail by 4. From 13, and Garnett misses. Suns have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Griffin dishes to Hardaway. To the middle. It's stolen by Duncan. And Thompson puts up a deep 3. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistent.
And the basket by Curry.
Assisted.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. And this is their first time matched up with the Suns this season.
And this, the first of 3 games these 2 teams will play against one another this season.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Jokic has checked in for Duncan. Bird comes in for Kevin Garnett. Paul George is checked in for Anthony. And it's Devin Booker in for Klay Thompson. Phoenix also making some changes. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Abdul-Jabbar. And Jaylen Brown subbed in for Kobe. Curry against George. And Phoenix with another turnover here. Here's Booker. Fires for 3. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Phoenix leading by 6. The pass to Curry. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Curry's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
And far from just a scorer, Hardaway is also adept at finding his teammate.
And Booker kicks to Johnson. Back to Booker. Jokic against Davis. Jokic, no good.
Well, some trips you get the shot you want, it just doesn't fall. I'd go back to him in that area on the floor.
Brown the pass to Davis. Outside Curry. Loads it up for Davis.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
Booker at the elbow. Booker draws the double. Jokic sets the screen for George. For Davis. Again, the miss by the Spurs. A floater. That one misses.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns with... And if you're you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Suns. Enzo Bryant will bring it up for the Suns. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And they backed it up with their play, got production from everyone, and they were able to walk the walk on the offensive end.
So with Bird sitting on the bench, here's how the floor looks for Greg Popovich. Garnett out there with Duncan. Then there's Devin Booker, and there's Klay Thompson, and it's Anthony in at small forward. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, for 22 straight years, San Antonio made the playoffs. They haven't made the last 3 postseasons, and former Spur Robert Horry worries if they'll ever be relevant again, saying, "I hate to say that. San Antonio is a small market. Guys just aren't going to go there." And that's a dire prediction for such a storied and successful franchise, Kevin.
Wow, no kidding, David. All right, thank you. It ended in the bubble, but how about the Spurs' playoff streak? 22 consecutive seasons, Greg, coming to an end.
Kevin, making it every year from 1998 to 2019, winning 5 titles over that span, and having the same head coach certainly helped that streak. So did having, though, a couple Hall of Fame.
Garnett outside. Anthony up on top. Over Robertson. And with that, the Phoenix lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Anthony.
And this close into the cup, Anthony makes it look easy. Nice soft touch on that one.
Outside Bryant. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And the NBA in recent years has gone from measuring players' height in shoes to now, Richard, just in size. Like, for instance, Draymond Green went from 6'7" to 6'6", although he'll probably argue that with you. Did you get shorter without shoes?
I was one of the rare players that actually rounded lower. I was 6'6" and 3/4 without shoes on, so I would probably be closer to 6'9" with shoes and socks and orthotics. So, look, I was one of the honest ones, so I have no issue with them bringing it back down. So it's fine. I'm glad they're changing it up and we're getting accurate numbers.
Duncan outside. Kobe against Anthony. And that comes off the assist by Duncan. Anthony's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, great job by Anthony keeping his balance, not allowing the contact to stop him from scoring.
Robertson kicks to Embiid. Abdul-Jabbar, a screen on Garnett. Embiid, no good. Spurs trail by 10. Thompson right side. Duncan outside. Dishes it to Booker. Back to Duncan. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. 5 on the clock. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Anthony's got 8 points.
I love a big man who can pass. Great instincts. Duncan finds the open man there for the bucket.
Embiid with a screen on Thompson. Goes up on the block. Embiid finds Bryant. Over Anthony. And the Suns miss again.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And the Suns call their first time out of the game. San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Jokic, he's checked in for Garnett. Bird comes in for Anthony. Paul George, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Johnson in for Devin Booker. And the Suns here with a different look. And Anthony Davis is checked in for Abdul-Jabbar. Blake Griffin comes in for Embiid. Stephen Curry's checked in for Brown. And Hardaway is subbed in for Robertson. And here are the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Hardaway finds Bryant. Pulls it up. And that one hits back iron.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
Well, guys, look, the Phoenix Suns ended the regular season on a high note last year. They finished first in the Western Conference, a feat they hadn't accomplished in a bit of time.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Passes it to Kobe. 1:51 left now here in the second. Curry on the mark with the 15-footer. Curry's got 6. In 2004, the Phoenix Suns clinched the top spot in the Western Conference, and they're about ready to do it again.
Yeah, and that was the Steve Nash, Amari Stoudemire days, and that was practically 2 decades ago. But the Suns have earned this top spot. They've been putting in the hard work with this young core and grinding out all these games.
Is that 7 seconds or less?
Yes, sir.
Curry against George. Curry is inside. He's coming off a 10-point game against Houston.
And how about the vision he displayed? Great job getting others involved and piling up the assist.
Pass to Duncan. Bird outside. And it's Bird with the jam.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, you'll take it.
Here's Curry, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on George.
You never want to foul Curry. He's pretty much the best free throw shooter ever.
This is his first free throw of the game.
At the line for 2.
Free throw good by Curry. Richard, one of the greatest coaches in the history of pro basketball, a guy you played for, Greg Popovich, on March 11th, 2022, broke the all-time winningest mark for a head coach in the NBA.
And what's so special is all of those victories are coming with the Spurs. And look, I had an opportunity to apologize to Pop, because if it wasn't for me, he probably would have gotten here sooner.
I think he would say that's completely not true. But he had to be one of the great coaches you played for.
It was. My career got extended because of the things that I learned in San Antonio. If I wouldn't have had that experience with him and their coaching staff, I would never have played as long as I did.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
The Suns have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Free throw, good, Bryant. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for San Antonio. They trail by 7. To the inside. And Duncan with the basket on the assist by Johnson.
And the insane peripheral vision there. If anyone's open, even for an instant, Magic's going to find you.
And that'll do it for the first half of competitive game so far. Suns ahead, up by 5. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Joel, an early lead and a lot to like in the performance thus far. Would you agree?
Oh, I thought we played great. Defensively, I know that I had someone behind me. If I made a mistake that was going to protect the rim, I thought we did great.
We know the adjustments are coming, and we'll see who takes advantage. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Welcome. First up on the agenda tonight, let's see how the Rookie of the Year race is shaping up.
Well, clearly Jaden Ivey is an exceptional athlete. Fast hands with even faster feet. Allows himself to stay all over guys on the defensive end.
And that speed shot also helps him beat defenses on the drive.
And now we look back at the first half. Guys, some adjustments needed for the San Antonio Spurs.
They're going to work in the paint, relentless, continuing to attack. That defense is on his heels right now.
Yeah, they're destroying him down there. Don't shift away from it.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Curry with a strong contribution so far in this one.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
So with Griffin sitting on the bench, here's the group that Monty Williams has on the floor. They've got Kobe. Embiid is out there with Abdul-Jabbar. Then there's Robertson. And it's Curry in at the shooting guard position. And from college to the pros, Richard, you played for some legendary coaching. And speaking of coaching, that's something you've ever entertained doing?
I never have, and I never will. Coaching, the amount of hours that you have to spend sounds exhausting. I love my job right now, and you know why I love my job? Because I get to work with you.
Oh, listen, the feeling's mutual. And he makes the first. So Johnson, it's two of them.
And talking about a franchise that has done a complete 180, look no further than the Phoenix Suns. Before 2021, they hadn't even been to the playoffs in 10 years.
Robertson passes to Abdul-Jabbar. That one doesn't drop. Duncan with some nice D. Spurs trail by 3. In just 4 seasons, Phoenix, Greg, went from last in the conference to the best record in the entire NBA. It's been an unbelievable story.
And there's a lot of talent on this team, not to mention a great coach in Monty Williams. The future is bright for this franchise.
And the rebound goes to Duncan. And San Antonio shooting pretty good tonight at 48%.
After a run of bad luck with injuries, it's great to see Thompson back on the court contributing, because this man, he is the definition of a warrior.
The Spurs have looked good at the line. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
2 shots.
First one falls for him. And good on the second, so he makes them both. For Phoenix, they've gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Outside Curry. Shoots. And the Suns miss again.
They say it's a make-or-miss league, and there's sometimes that you miss.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Garnett outside. Pass to Carmelo. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
And Anthony, a perennial all-star talent, specifically because of that scoring ability, one of the best in the business.
Robertson's shot is off. Spurs leading by 3. Curry with the steal. Robertson with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Taken away by Anthony. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Robertson outside. Outside Curry. Embiid with the screen on Anthony. Here's Curry. The kick out to Bryant. Shot clock at 6. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Abdul-Jabbar. Here's San Antonio now. They've got an 8-0 run. Here's Johnson. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Curry passes to Robertson. Now the pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Embiid inside. Covered by Duncan. Embiid, no good. Spurs leading by 3. Johnson surveying the floor. Passes it to Duncan. Anthony with it. Now defended by Embiid. Fades. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Embiid with a screen on Thompson. Spins. Curry kicks to Robertson. The Suns need to get a shot off. Johnson against Robertson. Johnson down low. Poked away. Embiid with the steal. Thompson against Robertson. Here's Curry. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Garnett with the block. 1:31 left in the third quarter. Johnson outside. Duncan with a screen on Curry. Johnson laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Johnson's got the lead up to 5 now for the Spurs.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Spurs with some changes. Jokic, he's checked in for Duncan. Bird comes in for Anthony, and it's Paul George in for Thompson. And a change for the Suns. Davis is checked in for Embiid. Suns trail by 5. Here's Robertson. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
Some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think it's more of drowning. He just can't seem to find his confidence.
That's just more for Magic. And for all of his unselfish ways, if he wanted to, this guy could probably score like this on a nightly basis.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Spurs.
One shot.
That's good from Johnson. 1:04 left to play in the third. And here is Robertson. Outside, Davis. They need this. Buries it from three-point range. Davis has got 5 now.
Don't underestimate Davis. He is a versatile scorer who can shoot from just about anywhere.
Jokic with the screen on Robertson. That one a little long.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And it's Davis with the ball for the Suns. On the wing, Davis. It's in the short one. Davis has got 5 points now this quarter.
This is where you want AD to get his shots. That's almost automatic.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. It's George on the wing. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. It's Kobe Bryant on the wing. Bird covering. And the basket by Kobe.
The defense has got to cover Bryant everywhere. Otherwise, he'll just keep finding looks whenever he wants.
Bird looking it over. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And they will go into the fourth quarter riding high. That's almost got to feel like a game winner to them.
Magic Johnson, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for San Antonio. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. We've got more in store for you right after this. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. So with Bird sitting on the bench, here's how the floor looks for Greg Popovich. Garnett out there with Anthony, and it's Duncan, and there's Klay Thompson, and it's Johnson in at the point. And that's rejected by Abdul-Jabbar. Curry against Thompson. Curry on the wing. 5 to shoot. Embiid with a screen on Thompson. Curry. Garnett grabs the board. Garnett's got 6 rebounds in the game. Kicks it to Johnson. Back to Garnett. Pass to Anthony. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to go on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
And that's the type of challenge Anthony presents to the defense. Sometimes they are just forced to foul.
Carmelo Anthony at the line for 2.
That free throw good from Anthony.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Both free throws good from Anthony.
A lights-out scorer who possesses incredible confidence. Anthony is such a skilled and explosive player.
Curry against Thompson. Sweet move. Shot is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Curry.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And a close game like this, you've got to dig deep and just find a way to make things happen.
Here's Anthony. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And having the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Second team foul. At the line for San Antonio, Carmelo Anthony, shooting one.
That free throw good from Anthony. Suns trail by 7. Pass to Embiid. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Knocked away. Here's Kobe. Duncan with the block.
And setting the tone with that rejection. Duncan, the defensive anchor of this team.
Garnett outside. Anthony down low. Working on Bryant. Anthony looking it over. Shoots over Bryant. Anthony's shot is off. And Embiid has got the ball here for the Phoenix Suns. Here's Bryant. And he slams it down right on top of Tim.
And how fun is it watching Kobe take flight? His throwdowns are downright ridiculous.
San Antonio calls timeout. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team during the break. He said, this is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, no hero ball right now.
Thank you, David. San Antonio leading by 5. Johnson outside. Over Robertson. San Antonio again missing. Up top, Curry. He's covered by Thompson. Robertson dishes to Abdul-Jabbar. Robertson left side. Going inside. Abdul-Jabbar against Duncan. Here's Thompson. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Embiid's got 5 rebounds tonight. Curry passes to Kobe. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
The motor of Bryant never stops, even inside where he goes right at the D.
Kobe Bryant at the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. And the Suns call time. No luck that time either.
It's not often you see him fail to deliver at the line like this.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
Curry on the wing. Fires the three. And the rebound goes to Duncan.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up.
Shoots the ball as well as any big. Very versatile out on the floor. Garnett draws a lot of contact.
Kevin Garnett taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And that passion that Garnett plays with is really infectious. He's always talking and trying to get himself and his guys going.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Suns trail by 6. Bryant the pass to Curry. Embiid with the screen on Thompson. Curry can't get it to go.
That is not the shot they needed there. You gotta work it around and get a better look.
The pass to Johnson.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
He kicks to Anthony. Thompson for 3. Abdul-Jabbar grabs the miss. Abdul-Jabbar's got his 8th rebound here tonight. That is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Stephen Curry.
There is no moment that is too big for Steph Curry.
This is it to Duncan. Here's Anthony. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And it's Bryant in the corner. Outside Curry. Clock at 3 to the paint, taken away by Anthony. There's the lob to the hoop, and it's slammed in by Garnett.
And that's leadership right there. Anthony wanting to work the rock over to an open teammate.
Suns trail by 6.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Anything other than a make is game over. This is where you lean on your stars to get you to the finish line.
Embiid wide open. Yes! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And who else do you want in this situation? It's all about Embiid, and he's ready to carry that load.
Inside. Here's Duncan. Now here's Robertson. He takes it in. Pass to Embiid to tie it up. Rebounded by the Spurs. We've got 22 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. 14 foul.
There's 18 seconds left in the 4th. And now they decide to foul intentionally. So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
And he steps up and knocks them down, making it a 2-possession game.
Timeout call, the Suns. They're trailing by 5. There's 18 seconds left in the game. What do you think, guys?
They're trying to get back in this thing. They need a score.
Yeah, it has to be fast. They got to take the first good look they get.
And don't let the lean physique fool you. Kareem with the strength to finish through contact as well as anybody who's ever played. That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Stephen Curry, second personal foul. Team is in the penalty. At the line for your Spurs, Klay Thompson. 2 shots.
He hits the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
one of the premier shooters in this game, in the history of this game. You want the ball in Klay's hands down the stretch. Making no mistakes and putting some extra nails in the coffin right here. That pretty much do it.
From deep. Embiid, no good. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6.
Taking 2 shots.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game. Pass to Embiid. From deep 3-point range. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
Substitution on the court.
And so it's San Antonio with the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Nicola, you guys won the hustle board in the second half, so what changed?
We just told ourselves we cannot lose at home, right? We cannot lose in front of these fans. Thank you, guys. Yeah.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do.
From parts unknown.
I'm the boy. Who is you? SOB that gang. Y'all ain't with my crew. Day ones only. I don't really with new. Stop acting like a white crowd. Won't stop. Allergic to a snake. They like, boy, stop dabbing. These on my head won't stop. Be cautious. Shout out to T.O. All white buffs. OMG, think I'm Debo. Bro got that then a Pico. Two like Michael and Tito. Make him give it
up. Now I'm playing, keep your will. Vallejo, California, where them youngest, they be quick to ruthless. We don't really, I don't got no feelings, I'ma laugh. Ain't no giving, circle got small. I don't really like to trust. Shout out all my SOB, it's just us. If your mouth where my name is, in my own lane. To a lane switch, SOB, we be ballin' Calvin Cambridge. Speaking on my name, I'ma laugh, get your bands up. Brody go.
At forward, 6'8", number 9, LeBron James.
There you go again. You would've known your own rodeo again. There you go, yeah, just to blast that smile and last so years. But I've been here 1,000 times, I don't wanna go again. I've been here 1,000 times, 1,001 won't be so bad, 'cause
Welcome, everyone, to 2K. Allie, take it away.
Well, Nikola Jokic has...
Yeah, it helps, for sure. Thanks, Allie. And now in December, here's what the Eastern Conference standings look like. You look at Miami, it's a long season, but right now they're in great position, holding that prize top spot.
I think for the Heat, they just have serious hopes for the outcome of this season. They're focused on putting up a banner.
A massive amount of confidence, tremendous swagger with this team, and they believe in themselves. That might be all it takes to get them where they want to go.
Here's the starting group for the San Antonio Spurs. And for Miami, now here is James. The kick to Tatum. Jacks up at 3. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And you love how LeBron is able to lift the whole team with his passing. That facilitating gives them a lot of energy.
Pass to Garnett. And these two teams really get it done on the offensive end. Grant, how much of that is the system?
Well, these teams have great systems, but ultimately it's about the players. The coaching takes you a long way, but it's a players' league. You need skilled guys who can execute your system, especially when you're in the playoffs.
Just effortless as LeBron racks up another easy dunk.
Thompson outside. They set a pick. Shot clock at 6. Here's Duncan. It's blocked. And as it goes out of bounds, San Antonio will keep possession. And we have to take another look at that block.
That'll put some fear into the shooters, and he made sure to do it early, too.
Just 3 to shoot. And Anthony, here we go.
Like the way LeBron uses his body sometimes on the defensive end. He's not afraid to get a little bit physical, especially after all that bumping he takes on the offensive end.
Just over a minute and a half in. And Grant, no team better than Miami at developing undrafted prospects.
I mean, for key roles, too. You look at last year's playoffs. Strus, Martin, Vincent, Robinson. It's allowed Miami to stay on top in a salary cap-driven league.
And he can't get the first one.
LeBron James, coming into the league as a phenom, has done some phenomenal things. Season after season, remaining a top talent in the league, and continues to astound.
He hits the second from the line.
I mean, there are some great guys in this league. Coach Greg Popovich sticks out. Just a tremendous person. I loved competing against his teams.
To the wing, right side. Here's Anthony. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Coach Pop, the NBA all-time leader in wins. Any memories facing off with his Spurs?
Well, I always knew that his teams would play hard. They'd be prepared. They played the right way. And, of course, they exemplified the toughness and character of their leader, Coach Pop.
And it knocks down the first one.
And Melo's still bringing the passion to the floor. No matter what's going on around, he's still going to be a gamer.
And Anthony drops them both. And Brent, you look at Miami's playoff pedigree. They've made the Eastern Conference Finals 6 times over the last 12 years.
Yeah, and those 2 championships they had in that 12-year period were square on the shoulders of their big 3 that they put together. But I don't see them slowing down when it comes to reloading. This team knows how to do it well.
Here's Johnson after the basket by Miami. And no good to start the night, missing his first attempt there.
Not an ideal start for them. Still looking for their first field goal after 4 misses.
Pass to James. Shots blocked.
And Duncan just times that one perfectly. The shooter should never attempt those kind of shots with Timmy roaming the rim.
Now here's Johnson. Coming in off a 14-point game last time out. There's the block. And they're able to recover. And it's good. 2 points. The Heat with the lead. Here's Pippen. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Here's James. Blocked!
How about Melo rising up quick to that one there? Nice shot block.
Shot clock at 5 with the step back. Here's Tatum. The rebound by the Spurs.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Pass to Johnson. Here's Garnett. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Duncan falls back and drains a fadeaway J.
Well, it's something he's doing more and more in the latter stages of his career, but Tim Duncan very capable from the mid-range.
Here's Pippen. He's guarded by Anthony. And the basket by Pippen.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Pass to Garnett. Here's Anthony. And it's blocked. Now Tatum, a valuable part of their offense, averaging a little more than 16 a game. And there's a minute 45 left in the first quarter here. Pass to Anthony. San Antonio calls timeout. Well, Brent, the season is rolling on just around the midpoint for teams really struggling. What's the locker room like right now?
Yeah, it's a tough situation, BA, when you're just trying to find some footing. You would think by 25 or 30 games in, these roles would have been established, but coaches are still trying to find answers to get some consistency out of what's available to them, because you expect that from one another.
And during this last month of action, here is a list of the players who have shot the ball most efficiently so far from deep. 5th, Jason Tatum.
Sometimes you get into a rhythm from long range, and you can ride that stretch for a while.
Jokic finds Johnson. Cuts off the pass. Here's Wade. Pass to Arenas. Soft touch off the glass.
Now that was a clever adjustment. I mean, that was a tough shot.
No, showing off a little bit on that one. That's a play when your coach goes, no. Okay, good play. Get back on defense.
And the Spurs with possession here. The Heat making their last shot. And checking out some numbers for Jason Tatum.
When you look at his true shooting percentage, it's really been impressive over the last 10 games. He's playing to his strengths, taking smart shots, and we'll see if he can keep this momentum going.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. And Spurs coach Greg Popovich last season moving into first all-time for coaching wins, Greg.
That's right, B.A. I mean, all those wins coming with one organization, the Spurs. Now, when he hangs up his whistle, he'll be in the conversation for the greatest coach in NBA history.
Doncic has checked in for Miami. He's off on the second.
And guys, talk about silencing the critics. Tatum made first-team All-NBA last year and led the Celtics to their first finals appearance in over a decade. The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Heat.
They've been pretty intimidating on the defensive end, knocking away shootings, containing shooters, and making it tough to find looks.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming. So they're creating some turnovers that they're capitalizing on.
And he drops the first. Both shots good from the stripe.
And you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Pass to Bird. George, a screen on Tatum. Here's Bird. Doncic grabs the miss. The Heat have gone 5 of 9 from the floor. And there's the drive. Robinson with it. Here's Arenas. Rebounded by Johnson. San Antonio trailing here. Pass to Booker. Lets it go from deep. It doesn't go for him. Here's Wade, covered by Johnson. Here's Arenas. 1 second left. No good. Trying to get that one to fall.
Paul George instincts right there, just taking over that possession. He's using his length right there to take away a lot of airspace for the shooter.
And so it's Miami closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. Thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. Let's quickly break down what we've seen from the Heat.
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
Pass to Garnett. Here's Duncan. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. You know, in baseball, Grant, they have a term, a five-tool player. In the NBA these days, it's similar. You need those well-rounded players to succeed.
I like the baseball reference, but you're spot on, B.A. It's all about bringing versatility to the game. Players that can shoot, pass, dribble, defend, and rebound. And I'll throw it even in there, lead and play selfless basketball. Those kind of guys that can do it all, that's a recipe for success in the NBA.
That free throw, no good.
Been pretty interesting to watch Tim through his career have some struggles from the free throw line and then regain his consistency.
And the Heat making a change here. Russell is checked in. The second free throw is good. And it's the Heat with the ball. 6-point lead. And that starts a 4-game road trip for them. On the court for San Antonio here in the second. Here's Chamberlain. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Here's Doncic. Not going to go that time. Thompson with some nice D. Pass to Booker. Here's Garnett with his first shot attempt. Yes! And it's Booker with the setup.
Booker more and more becoming a double threat, not just to score the ball, but starting to realize he can set up his teammates.
Here's Pippen. Booker defending. And there's James from the arc. He can't get that one to fall. San Antonio goes the other way with it. This game following their win against the Rockets.
A big difference in that one. Their ability to convert from range. By and large, they took some really good shots.
It looked like the directive in that game was that they wanted to attack, and all that work that they put in on the perimeter turned into a big night from deep.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Nikola Jokic again has won the league MVP, but he's not one to beat his own chest. He said, quote, "I never think about it. I didn't come here to be the MVP of the league. I always think that somebody's better than me, and I want to compete to beat them. Just by that mentality alone, I'm the underdog every time." Ryan?
Well, it's working for him, Allie. Thanks.
And that's just a good look from Clay as his teammate was open.
Doncic outside. And again, the Heat missing. The Spurs have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. And here's Booker. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
Already a terrific career for Booker. 3-time All-Star, and then last year he was named to the All-NBA first team. Just a big honor.
Here's Pippen. Trying to get back on track, and the three-pointer goes. He's got 5.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Here's Anthony. Rebound by the Heat. And with Booker, it's not just the scoring. Grant, he does a little bit of everything.
Hey, B.A., I mean, you go back and look at last season. He had career highs in rebounds, steals, blocks. I mean, he's learned how to affect the game, even when his shot isn't falling, which is rare.
Now here's Booker. San Antonio again missing. The Heat have gone 1 for 6 in the second quarter. Not great. Here's Pippen. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
Look out below.
You got no chance of defending him right there. Booker with it. From about 16, San Antonio again missing. Miami's gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. Now, here is James. Inside, pass to Doncic. 6 to shoot, to the paint. And stolen by Anthony. Now here's Booker. Russell with the rebound.
Give him a little credit. Take some guts to keep shooting if you're struggling this bad. It's getting a little bit ugly right now.
Here's Pippen. Now James. Driving in. Ooh, LeBron with the slam.
Sometimes LeBron just likes to take it all out on the rim. That time on display.
Once again, an explosive highlight on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. San Antonio trailing here. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over. San Antonio going with almost an entire new group here. And while we have a moment, let's see some of the contenders for this year's three-point contest. Some of the players who have a shot to make the final cut.
Hey, not a bad list of shooters at all. And really, with how many threes we see in NBA games these days, some of these games have become three-point contests.
Well, you look at Tatum. He occupies the top spot in voting. We'll very likely see him in the three-point shooting competition.
And he might already be the favorite. When he gets in a groove, he's automatic.
And this year's contest is really shaping up to be one to remember. Plenty of dead-eye shooters on that list so far.
And lots of guys have a three-point shot now. But this list is really the cream of the crop when it comes to putting up long-range bombs.
The Heat have gotten 5 of 8 attempts to drop since the second began. Pass to Wade. And here's Tatum. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Johnson.
And we haven't seen them pound the ball inside and draw as much contact this quarter.
Robinson with the block. And it's Bird missing. The Heat with the lead. Here's Wade. Looking for his first basket still in this one.
Scorers foul. Kevin Garnett. First personal foul. First team foul.
Pass to Tatum. 6 on the shot clock. Nice. Gets his second bucket. He's 2 for 4 now.
The speed of Tatum's drive makes it so tough to defend. You just don't get a chance to stop him.
Here's Bird. We've got 22 seconds left in the second period. Here's Jokic. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
And that jumper from Jokic in the mid-range, he's so set in there, and it looks awkward, but the results are good.
And then Russell with the dunk.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized, defense pays. good if it goes. No good. Misses at the buzzer. That'll do it for the first half. It's the Heat leading by 9. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Well, Jason, you hold the lead going into halftime. What's been your advantage so far?
For most of the half, we were really good defensively. We let our foot off the gas a little bit, so we got to do a better job.
Keep the pedal to the metal, guys.
Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3.
Greetings, Shaq, Kenny, and EJ here as we tip off the show with a look at our midseason Eastern Conference standings.
You take a look at the Heat, they've absolutely risen to the occasion this season. People are talking up their game early, and so far, they've delivered. Now it's time to finish strong, show no weakness.
And now let's focus on our game. A strong first half for the Miami Heat.
I love what they're doing in the paint, being aggressive, being physical. That netted them a big portion of their points tonight.
And continuing with those high percentage looks is key to them keeping this lead.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. So it's San Antonio now. 9-point game. Looking ahead, they've got the Cavaliers coming to town for their next one. And that kicks off a string of 3 home games for them.
As a big, once you get positioned inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
And for San Antonio, they set the screen. There's the 3. The shot's good on the assist by James. Tatum's got 8.
There's no lack of confidence in Tatum when it comes to his three-point shot. He's looking to do damage from long range on every possession.
And for the Heat, here's Garnett. To the inside, Duncan. Chamberlain pulls it in.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but like plenty of room.
Here's Pippen. 7 points in the game. Pass to James. Clock at 6. Over Anthony. The shot no good. San Antonio goes the other way with it. They're doing what they can do to mount a comeback.
In BA, they don't have to get it all back at once. Just focus on making every possession count.
Now here's Johnson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. James against Anthony. Over James. Anthony misses.
Stumbling to start the second half. 3 straight misses.
Another shot. And there's a nice layup by James. He's got 7.
And one of the league's best rebounders. When he really wants to get the ball, LeBron James can get in there and get his hand on it.
Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over. Now let's check out the Western Conference standings and see how they look here in December. Taking a look at San Antonio, they're sitting at the top of their conference right now with the #1 record.
Right now for the Spurs, you have to really give it to them. I mean, they are backing up all the preseason hype. They've been outstanding early.
And don't count on that coming to an end anytime soon. The talent level of this squad is off the charts. And with the momentum they're gathering here early in the year, it could steamroll through the season.
Now here's Johnson. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Anthony with a bucket.
Yes, finally one drops after the 0 of 3 start.
The Heat have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Pass to Chamberlain. Here's Pippen. Fires the 3. The rebound by Duncan. They've got plenty of time to get back into this.
Yeah, I'm sure they feel pressed, but this is when you have to stay calm and execute.
Here's Anthony. Russell with the rebound. Russell's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Tatum. The shot from the low post is good. Tatum's got 10 points.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
And we just had to see that mobile 1 drive one more time. Great stuff.
And this is exactly what you love to see. Up big, not letting up, keep on applying pressure to their defense.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, Miami is very efficient. Coach Spoelstra said, quote, you want to maximize your offense in all the different ways in your menu without feeling like you're taking turns. I don't think anyone would say that about our team. They're an unselfish group that likes sharing the ball, and they enjoy each other's success. Brian?
Allie, thank you. Here's Johnson. The Heat making their last shot. Tries the spin move to the left side wing. Goes up on the baseline, and that one's long.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
James passes to Russell. Now, here is James. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. That one on Anthony.
Got to be careful once LeBron breaks the seal of the free throw line. There's a lot of power and a lot of muscle coming at you. Usually it ends up with free throws.
The first free throw is good. Both free throws good from James. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
And they get it back. George for 3. San Antonio again missing.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Pass to Arenas. There's the triple. And he can't get that one. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Here's Duncan. Now Jokic. And he banks in the layup. Jokic has got 6.
I like when Jokic uses his size down there on the inside. He gets the ball to a good spot, and then he goes to work.
Outside Robinson. Pass to James. Blocked. Jokic against Robinson. Down low. Here's Duncan. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Kind of amazing because Jokic has that passing ability and what it's done in terms of how the coaches run their offense around what he can do.
Now, here is James. 11 points in the game. There's 1:12 left in the third quarter. And a big finish by Robinson.
Yeah, I don't know how you defend LeBron in the screen and roll because he can fire passes right through the defense and into any gap available.
Here's Duncan. He's got 5. Pass to Johnson. And the layup is good off the glass. Johnson's got his first basket.
Yeah, sure. Timmy had a chance to take the shot, but he's so skilled at hitting the wide open teammate there. Gorgeous pass.
And here's James. Screen by Robinson. From 11 feet away. And a big finish by Robinson.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
George outside. And we've got 28 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. 5 on the clock. It's Johnson with a drive. Spurs need to get one up here. Out of bounds. It'll be Miami's ball. Both teams will make substitutions. And here's Tatum. He's got 10. Russell a screen on Thompson. There's Tatum with the three. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. It's the Heat up by 16. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And meanwhile, Eric Spoelstra rallying the troops.
Trust each other. Let's get that ball moving. Right? Ball moving. No holds. No holds. Right?
Moving the ball is so important to Coach Spo.
It helps make the offense run smoothly. When you move the ball, more scoring opportunities open up.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. So on the floor for the Spurs.
And LeBron just turning it on and still making it look easy.
Pass to Garnett. Anthony in the post. Check by James. Anthony outside. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Duncan. Over James. Duncan, no good.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
James with the ball. Pass to Chamberlain. Here's Pippen. Launches a 3. Second chance effort. Chamberlain, no good. A challenging stretch here for San Antonio. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
The Heat have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Pass to Pippen, all alone, and the shot is good on the assist by Tatum.
Look at how Tatum surveys the whole floor. That's how he spots the wide open man.
Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over. And Grant, you played on the Suns team whose training staff was renowned. Is that still a differentiator between teams, or has everybody caught up and on the same level now?
You know, B.A., I think everyone's caught up. You know, 15 years ago, the Suns training staff was ahead of their time. But now teams are all much more sophisticated. They understand injury prevention, rest, recovery, really aiding the players, and I think adding years for players in the back end of their careers.
right, time now to present our New Balance Player of the Game, LeBron James.
Yeah, really the standout element of this game tonight was his offense and his ability to get inside by cutting the defense to shreds, finding lanes, even making them, and relentlessly attacking the hoop.
And you know, this home arena really appreciates this guy, and it's clear that he takes pride in playing his best in front of them. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Here's Johnson. Banked it in off the glass.
Ooh, just selling the defense on the pump fake.
The Heat have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Tatum passes to Russell. Thompson against Tatum. Back to Russell. Shot clock at 6. Launches it. Rebound San Antonio. Here's Garnett. James with a steal. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Throws it up high. On the wing, Thompson. Pounded by Tatum. Tatum with a steal. Here's Chamberlain. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Heat.
They feel like they have an advantage inside. And so far, they have done an excellent job exploiting it.
And it seemed like throughout this game, right after the jump ball, they've just been feeling it from distance, getting all the looks they want and continuing to take advantage of that three-point line.
The first one falls. MVP voting is usually somewhat contentious. What's your criteria for that award, Brent?
I think it's really difficult, BA, and I don't think there's anything wrong with people talking about it when the voters are saying year to year their criteria changes, because guess what? Every season is different. So it's a very difficult award to try to pick out the very best player in the league. Winning has to have something to do with it.
It's both from the stripe. Well, Grant, the NBA has led the way when it comes to diversity and representation in high-level jobs. Grant, what are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, B.A., I love this. I mean, the NBA really, truly has been a leader when it comes to this. Whether it's coaches, front office, in the league office in New York, living and embodying the spirit of diversity and inclusion is what the NBA is all about. It's fun to be a part of.
The NBA where everyone is welcome. The free throw drops for Anthony. Off on that one, so he goes 1 out of 2 at the line. Miami has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Pippen, and there's the whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
And even from where we're sitting, you can clearly tell it was a foul.
Now at the line, Scottie Pippen.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And the NBA trying some new things. One of them is the Elam ending, playing to a target score. So far, it's used in the All-Star game. Maybe more?
Well, there's been talk, BA, about using it in the midseason tournament if that ever becomes a thing in the NBA, and I think we're on the road to seeing that come to fruition. I actually would love it outside of the midseason tournament and do it for some regular season games, because that's another swath of games that become more entertaining and more interesting because you're introducing the target score ending.
Now here's Johnson. Here's Anthony. And no good. Good work defensively by James. Pass to Pippen. Outside Russell. Here's Chamberlain. Covered by Johnson. They set the pick. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he lobs it up to the rim. That one's wide left.
It's not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
Here's the floater. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. For Miami, they've gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop in the fourth. Pass to Chamberlain. Out left to the wing. Outside Russell. The Heat need to get one up in a hurry. Here's James. Miami, no good that time either. The Spurs have gotten only 1 of 5 to fall here in the fourth. Johnson with it. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth. Pass to Anthony. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That one on Tatum. Well, your Hall of Fame dad, Rick, made some interesting comments, Brent. One of them encouraging the league to crack down on illegal screens.
No way, BA. My dad said something that was controversial or interesting. You got to get out of here. Yeah, I mean, illegal screens, do we want to see less of them? Sure.
And that one misses. And he's good on the second.
He's going to be kicking himself all night. This isn't the time to be wasting opportunities.
A minute 39 left in the final quarter. Robinson passes to James. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
The pressure LeBron is putting on the defense possession after possession is just a testament to his extreme talent, but also his endurance. I mean, his conditioning year in and year out is amazing.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes a first. Well, some have said the NBA's next media deal could see franchises' values double. As the league owner, Grant, are you good with that?
You know, BA, I think I could get comfortable with that idea. I just think it speaks to the product. It speaks to how we present and package the game. There's so much excitement right now. It's a lot of fun to be a part of.
It's one of the best investments in sports, the NBA.
No question. And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Heat.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, BA, just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
Looking at this year so far, this will make 22 wins for them.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
And we've come to expect these kinds of strong games for LeBron James.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
Now here's Booker. Jokic, the screen. And it's Devin Booker with the three.
It's nice they found their rhythm here, but the clock is just not their friend.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
Here's Russell. Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle. And that's going to be a foul on San Antonio.
Now at the line, Bill Russell. 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And both free throws good for Russell. And it's the Spurs ball, trailing by 19. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Bird, guarded by Russell. George outside. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Man, that one looked good all the way. Paul George from deep range.
Here's Arenas. So no problem for Miami as they get the win. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Thanks, Jason. This team is on a roll. Plenty of energy on the sidelines. How much fun are you having out there?
Winning is fun. Hopefully we can keep it up, especially at home. We don't want to let our fans down. We got the best fans in the league. They give us all the energy in the world, so we appreciate that.
Doing it for the fans. Thanks, Jason.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. We'll see you next time.